Not for God's mercy, I would have been in Abalis by now. I was already a priest. I had swallowed stuff. They had taken me to Benin Republic. I had gone to bathe naked on a heap of kola nuts. There are things I couldn't. I had to swallow them with my tongue from the ground. My father had taken me through all that process. 3 months to his death. Jesus sneaked into my house.
Hi loves, welcome to my channel. My name is Charity Lawrence. In today's video, I'm going to inspire you all with the story of Pastor Philip Olubanki. It promises to be very interesting. Enjoy. The handsome man you just saw in my intro video is known as Pastor Philip Olubanki. He's the lead pastor of Supernatural Life Church, and this is his story. The young Philip Olubanki grew up in a home full of darkness. His father was not just your regular father, he was a feared witch doctor. People were scared of him because of how powerful he was, and his plan was to make his son, Philip, succeed him as the next witch doctor to serve the idols that they served in the family. Pastor Philip said he went through some very strange rituals.
Not for God's mercy, I would have been in Abalis by now. And I was already soaked in the idol worship. I was already a priest. I had swallowed stuff. They had taken me to Benin Republic. I had gone to bathe naked on a heap of kola nuts. I had swallowed stuff. There are things I couldn't. I had to swallow them with my tongue from the ground. My father had taken me through all that process.
So he became a kind of boy that you didn't want to mess with. He wore charms around his waist. He bullied people. He would take their belongings from them by force and beat them up. He was just uncontrollable. He even went as far as learning Kung Fu so that he can be even more dangerous.
Me, I was a rascal. Listen to me, I like problem. I like problem. In Jesus, I went to even learn Kung Fu. I was beating up people in the class. I was collecting people's stuff because I had charms in my waist. I'll just show you one charm like, hey, before you wear. That was what I was doing.
But God stepped in and his life turned around. One fateful day, his father bought a picture Bible from those people that hawk things during traffic. His father didn't know it was a Bible. He thought it was a cartoon. And he just tossed it in the sitting room when he came back. Pastor Philip walked into the sitting room and saw the Bible. And out of curiosity, he opened it and began to read.
My father was the one that bought the Bible. He thought it was a cartoon. He did not know that it was picture Bible. He bought it in traffic and dropped it carelessly on the table. I just carelessly roamed into the living room. I was just going, wait a minute this. I picked the book, sat down, first page, second page.
By the time he got to the 4th chapter where he saw Jesus carrying a cross, he just broke down and started crying. He didn't know why he was crying. He just felt so guilty. At that same moment, he heard the sound of worship from a nearby church, and a voice inside of him told him to go to the church. So he went straight to the church and walked up to the altar and surrendered his life to Christ. Immediately after giving his life to Christ, he joined the choir. That was how he became born again.
At the moment I came back, I said, yes, I want to join the choir. So they allowed me to join the choir. I now began to play the drums. The drum of shrine in the house of the Lord.
He said one day while he was playing the bands in church, the pastor told the choir leader to stop him from playing the band. The reason being that he was playing the bands the same way he used to play bands when he was trying to worship their idols.
Masquerade dance. The pastor quickly called the choir conductor. He said, oh yeah, that guy. We cannot know this. That's the only time I know. Because I came from this line. That was the familiar sound I used to hear. So I brought it into the house of the Lord. But the house of the Lord could not take it. They said, please go back.
He felt so sad. He felt so rejected. And with that pain, he turned to God in tears and asked if God was also going to reject him too. But God said no. And God began to teach him things. So from that young age of about 14, he began to hear from God.
I now went back to Jesus. I said, Jesus, nobody wants to be my friend. Will you be my friend? He said, yes, Philip, I will be your friend. That was where I learned how to hear God clearly. Because nobody wanted to tell me anything. I said, Jesus, you have to explain this Bible to me by yourself. That is why I can hear God where I hear God. It was because nobody was willing to teach me anything.
Years after, he went on to study law at the prestigious Obafemi Awolowo University. And it was in this school that he met his wife, Pastor Fumi. After graduating from school, he practiced law for over 7 years before becoming a pastor. He said in March 2019, God instructed him to start the Supernatural Life Church. The church started with just 7 persons: himself, his wife's sister, his friend, and 3 coppers. Prior to starting the Supernatural Life Church, he had never pastored in any church before. He was just a choir member that walked with God. And before long, the Supernatural Life Church Abuja grew from 7 persons to over 1,000 persons in just 5 years. God has used him and continues to use him to be a blessing to lots of people. The ministry has recorded countless testimonies signifying that God's mighty hand is actually upon his life and upon the ministry. I know you've heard that people do not change, and that may be true, but God is still in the business of changing people. And Pastor Philip Olubanki is just one of the many persons that God has worked on. If God could change a young boy that knew nothing about Christianity and make him a great pastor today, he could change anyone or any situation you're going through. So don't give up. Keep praying about it. You're definitely going to testify. Thanks for watching this video. If you watched up to this point and you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please click on the subscribe icon. It is totally free. Ensure you like this video and share with your friends and loved ones. I'll see you all in my next video. Until then, bye.